think I came on it later. I think this is the latest that came on in a long time. Got my glasses. Bumps in my face. Even this here is hot. It shouldn't be, but it is. It's Friday. Hit that cash app. Run that cash app up. I need rent money. Y'all ain't gonna be to see me no more. You like, what happened to Raven? Raven is over. Raven is over. There's no real Raven. Y'all better hit that cash app and give me $1, $2, $3. Listen, I'm not the kind of person that says you have to give me 500. Child, it's the thought that counts. If y'all only got $1, I'll give you $1. It's $1 more than I had. You know, they say beggars can't be choosy. Anyway, it's Friday and stuff. Hopefully everybody's back in spirit, having great things coming to them in their life and living in a world that's very corrupt. And while we sit around and try to figure out what the hell is going on, we're watching this person make things go on that we don't understand why nobody's stepping in, nobody's doing anything, nobody's trying to help people. And it's so sad. It's so sad. Because nobody's saying anything. This is the thing that gets me. You have to go through a court proceedings in order to get people put into, go out to the state, stuff like that. All that's canceled. So you're literally grabbing people off the streets and taking them off to whole another country. And the sad part about it is, we're sitting around watching it until it's our turn. Then when everybody scream, holler, and cry, and go crazy. But I'm to the point where, I hate to say this, but I'm to the point where if I lose my place, I hate to say this, it would be a blessing, so I'll be on the street, I'll be homeless. It's not funny, but you know, the thing is that you become exhausted trying to follow the rules of positivity when everything that keeps happening is not positive. So we try to find things, avenues and stuff like that keep people alive, keep people supportive. And I watch videos of people that are sharing their stories, and it is so sad. And the thing about it is, a lot of times people just click off the pictures. There was a man inside of a car. He has a whole family of little babies in the back seat, tons of babies in the car, and they don't know where to live. He's feeding them from the car. Got even a smaller one. So the age is probably like 4. Hell, even it's a toddler like 4, 3 years old, and they're homeless. And the sad part about it is, nobody seems to care. Hey, app chaps. Or chaps. No, they let me go from my job because I fought. This guy put his hands on me and I fought him back. And the fact of what he did to me, it wasn't on camera. What I did to him was on camera. So I looked like an aggressor and they let me go. Now, remind you, this is two white men jumped on me, but they let me go. That's fine. I do believe everything happens for a reason because it was very dark. It was very It was very dark director working there. And everybody was broken spirits and stuff like that. And when I was working there, it's so sad, but reality is I needed a job. I mean, I would stay there until the wheels fall off. And even though I watched a lot of different things that was happening to me, things are being said, very negative, I drown out the noise. This is it. I don't care that you have a preference that you don't like black people, and that's fine. You have that privilege or you have that right not to like black people. But at least let the black person get out the car and talk about them like a dog. So you feel as though you could talk about black people while I'm sitting in the van. That's what gets me crazy. And the thing about it is, we try to be respectful for other people, but they don't seem respectful for us. Now, it's not setting standard, everybody, but it's not like it. Hey, 100%. Everybody's not like that. And then we have a person that sits up there that want to be white so bad, they'll do anything to celebrate the white man. And they'll even get rid of the black person. And that also happened for years. It's not like it's new. It's been going on for years. We have, what's this thing called? Uncle Tom's. They exist. And some people will lie. Some people will lie just to have a job. And one thing I do know is something I've been doing. It's something I said years ago. I don't mind standing up for people, but when okay, let's say this. If I was seeing a crowd of people and they were trying to harm someone, I would march to the person that's trying to harm someone, because I got my gang with me. However, when I turn around, I want to make sure my gang is there with me, and I believe they would be, and they wasn't, because even at my job, they wasn't there for me. So, and it's not like I'm surprised, because we know one thing about people. They will let you die on the streets and act like they ain't see nothing. I ain't see nothing. But when it's their turn, speak up. So it's not surprisingly. But the problem was, on my resume, I listed the company. So they go change my resume and take the company off. And the reason why I did that is because the jobs be going positive for me. I was interviewing somebody, they may go through my resume, they'd be like, oh no, I don't want to work with you. And I was like, well, what happened with me on the conversation before to now? And the funny thing is, which is never funny, I hope they reap what they sow. Everything that they put on me that was bad, I'll send it back. I'm going to send it back to them because it's so wrong. But unfortunately, I believe I'm not the person that it happened to before. But I'm a survivor. I'm also very tired. And someone reminded me of something that I did years ago. So I had a phone call about me being in the hospital. And this is years ago. So I was in, hey David. So I was in the hospital years ago. How do I say this? Let me think. I gotta say this the right way. An unsuccessful suicide mission. Now, this is the thing. Oh Lord. I wasn't successful with, I think I told you about this before. I tried to unalive myself and I wasn't successful because they saved my life. So they saved my life. So the person called me up. They wanted to find out more information about this stuff. They wanted to find out if I was on pills. This is something I was like, if I get some pills or something to help me diagnose different things. And I'm not to the point where I'm gonna harm anybody. I'm not I will harm anybody, or I would say I wouldn't harm myself. But I'm not there anymore in the frame of mind like I want to kill myself, because that's not where I'm at anymore. Because I'm like, it was a different thing, but I also doing a lot of research and stuff on that time frame, I'm the kind of person when I love you, I love you. And when you do things to me, hey Blue, so when you do things to me, it hurts my spirit and my soul. So a lot of times people are like, well, you know, it ain't gonna bother you, I don't give a shit. But I do give a shit. Now I could talk the talk like I don't care, but I'm the kind of person that really care about people. Now if it's returned, to me it'd be great, but that doesn't mean they have to care about you. And I have to learn that the hard way. And through my life of living, it's been an ordeal. It's definitely been an experience. And I just get tired. So I calm down, calling different places, stuff like that. Oh, unfortunately, we decided going another direction. Oh, unfortunately. I said, okay, we don't want you here. I just wish I wish they'd be more blunt about it. We don't want you here, bitch. You know, so at least, you know. But the thing is, when you go on Indeed and stuff, it'll say you already applied to. I'm like, okay. But I can't take it personal because there are a lot of people that don't have jobs. There are a lot of people that do not have jobs. I want to be personal about it, like it's just they just don't like me, but it's not about me. It's tons of people that don't have jobs, and it's sad. When I was on Uber Eats, there were people on bicycles. They were struggling. They was outside on bicycles. It's raining. They're outside on bicycles. They're on the scooters, and it's raining and stuff. But they're still trying to survive, and they're trying to survive the best way they can. And that's why when you're picking up orders for people, you know, and then you lie about not getting the food, you just get a person cut off from the whole job because you lied. But Uber needs to be more mindful of this. When I used to drive for Lyft, what they would do is I would drive, and I would take the person to the location I want to go to, and they would end the ride. When they end the ride, it was just the whole thing, computer would cut off and just come back. Now everything that you was going to repeat, it got taken off. So they tried to find a way to fix that glitch in the system because they realized that people started to catch on to that, and they just started on this man that did to me. I was doing Lyft. He ended the ride, and then the whole thing just blinks off and come back on. So I was like, "You just ended the ride?" No, I didn't end the ride. They're gonna lie. And the funny thing, which is never funny, why do you want to hurt me when it's better I'm in the car with you. It's better I'm taking a chance putting your monkey ass in my fucking car, you fucking bitch. And then on top of that, you were in the ride, so I'm going to get the little, what, $13 or $12 that was picked up. You just took it away from me. And you're going to go to sleep and compare to mine. It's going to be funny. You're going to tell your friend, I ended the ride. So you got a person that's struggling, they're in their car, trying to make ends the best way they can. They haven't picked up a gun. They haven't tried to rob you. They haven't tried to kill you or murder you. They're trying to earn an honest living, whatever that word means. And they're struggling. Do you think people want to let strangers get inside their car, food and stuff like that, the attitudes, the energy and stuff like that? Because we have to be very careful because everybody's not wrapped too tight. And let's talk about bipolar. Let's talk about schizophrenia. Now, I'm going to tell you something about schizophrenia. There is medicine for them. But schizophrenia does not have a look or a smell. Schizophrenia people feel as though you want to kill them. So, you're not aware of this. You don't know, like, I don't know if you're schizophrenia. I don't know about this stuff. So, all you know is the person getting in the car. He's like, well, what are you doing? Why are you trying to do this to me? Now you're like, do what to you? You have an episode of something that happens to him in his mind that's not really taking place. But for some reason, they start freaking out. This happened to me with a black girl. She started freaking out on some stuff. I didn't know what she was talking about. And she kept talking to me and kept talking to me. And I talked to her, and, you know, she told me different things. She was letting me know she's a dyke. She was letting me know I love her. All right. I'm going to take you want to go. I hear any story you want to tell me. And I just want you to get the fuck out of my car. So, I listen to her story, I give her advice, stuff like that, you have to hang in there. So she gets home, she reports me. She said I was rude to her. Now, I said to them, how was I rude to her when I heard her whole goddamn story? And this is the thing I'm talking about. Snakes are real. Snakes are real. You created a whole something. She wanted to get me fired. And for what? I spent the whole time trying to do thorough for her, help a long way, nothing in anger, nothing being malicious, and then she wanted to take the money in my pocket. No arguments, no fun, nothing. But as I got to that, when I got home, I looked at the computer, we said we have a complaint, a report on you. What's the report? She said it was me. I was like, it's not true. But for some reason, they said, well, it's going to affect your ratings. And I'm like, so you'll take their word over me. Okay. And it became very exhausting. Also, you're picking up people with guns in their pocketbook, guns and everything else, knives and guns. Now remind you, you're taking a person to one location, sometimes New York, sometimes the Bronx, sometimes Brooklyn. You're taking them to these locations. Next thing you know, I took this girl to the Bronx. I took her to the Bronx. And she sat behind me. Now remind you, I'm driving in the front. She sits behind me and I hear. I'm like, is that a gun? Did she just check the gun? And I'm like, now I hear things, you behind me, but, and she does like this. If you know what gun knows, you know the gun. So she goes, she puts, I was like, are you okay? Oh, I'm fine. So now I'm sitting in the car. I could be killed or murdered and stuff like that over some shit. I don't know. But I'm taking a chance to survive to go to these places because I need to eat. I need a place to live. So sometimes we put our life on the line and stuff like that. But when it comes down to it, you're in charge of whether you're going to make the next delivery. You're in charge of what we're going to eat. You're in charge of everything. We have food, a place to stay. You're in charge. Even though we may have done nothing wrong, you're in charge of the next delivery or the next time being picked up. Let me see. Who's up with me? Thank you, India. The reason why Amazon is always high is because they always fine. Let me tell you something about Amazon. Amazon is this. Amazon is, they take you have to go all these locations. Now remind you, every location is not easy for the truck to go through. And sometimes the trucks are bigger than you needed them to be. And most times, when people are doing Amazon work in the truck, you have to double park. You have to jump out the car, go to the location, scan the car, scan it, try to get in. Most time you can't get in the door. You have to scan it or take a picture of it to show that you prove. In the meantime, the cops show up. And guess what? You got a ticket. You got a ticket for blocking the blocking the roadway. So now you get a ticket. You get tons of tickets, a violation. The next thing you know, they're suspending your license. So it's a lot that's due Amazon. It's just different. The world finds a little loopholes to fuck with people. And the thing about it is, it's horrible, but they do it. And the thing that gets me is you're messing with people's livelihood. It's not like they want to do it. They have to do it. They're trying to make it. They're trying to make it. Now, you may feel as though, well, they need to get a better job, but then damn it, hire them. Give them a better job. You don't do that part. And the thing is, who's going to make the delivery for these fucking items y'all don't order? You stupid motherfuckers. You stupid motherfuckers. I shouldn't talk because I have to order this shit too. Once upon a time, I had to order stuff. But the thing is, I don't understand how you feel comfortable by hurting somebody. That don't make sense to me. And you don't care. I mean, it's not even flex. You really don't care. And a lot of times people try to get jobs, like driver shops, stuff like that. Let me tell you something. When you're driving with Amazon, if you hit somebody's car, you already know you're going. If you're going through a driveway, like if you, because you're in a big van or a truck, and then you back up, and then you hit something like a fence or somebody's car, you're being let go. If you go past the car too close, was probably like my car that got hit, you're gonna get fired. Now, if I knew who hit my car, I definitely would find out if I get the new car. But I don't know who hit me. My whole car was on the sidewalk, so my car is fucked up. And I need a new car, but I can't afford it. Hell, I haven't even paid my rent for this month, and we're almost at the end of this month. So, for me to try to make money now is almost scarce. You have to go to the welfare system. Then we have to check out whether we want to give you this money to help you. And we also have to understand, Trump has cut things. So Trump cut off a lot of things as far as helping people in the real world, and he wants to get more money to save, to make more prisoners in crocodile or alligator something. So in the meantime, people are suffering. People living in cars. People are just dying. And some people on the street. People staying high on drugs, which I want to be. I want to be a person that's what I say. If I ever lose my place, you're never gonna meet me. I'm gonna be high. I'm gonna stay drunk. I'm gonna stay high. I probably have every disease in the world, but at this point, I wouldn't even care. Because as I throw myself into the world of trying to save myself, that don't mean I'm gonna get saved. Because one thing you have to know, it's nobody's job to save you. It's nobody's job to help you. And you have to push through, even on times you feel like you can't push through. You have to go through the storm, even though you're tired of it. Most driving jobs need a CDL, but see, that's the thing, Blue. They do have CDL drivers, but the thing is, you could get a non-CDL drivers, but the thing is, it still doesn't eliminate the fact that you could have a problem or have an accident with the truck. It still doesn't eliminate it. You just got a bigger car, maybe a little bit more money or maybe a little bit less, but you're still not eliminating the problem. It is still a truck that you're driving. Sometimes it's a box truck. These box trucks are not small. Then you have to take the choice, you also have to balance it. And let's talk about the fact of snow coming. If snow comes, next you know, so snow comes, and then you can have black ice, which means that if it's ice, the truck is going to slide. And most times when trucks are sliding down the road, it doesn't stop because you want it to stop. It just goes, but you're still going into the car, to the person, to the pedestrian. It doesn't stop what's going to happen. You know, so we have to be mindful of that as well. But, you know, it's definitely a lot going on in this world, and people are not very sensitive to a lot of things that's happening. And it's crazy to me. This man told me, well, the jobs are going to start opening up. That's fine. It's a great story. That's a great story. Write a book about it, so I can read it, but I want to watch it through. The thing about it, understanding we get the encouragement, but the encouragement sometimes is not true. When people are having real life experiences, the shit's killing them. They want to get high. I want to get high too. But I always said, if I ever lose my place, I'm never gonna come this way again. I'm never gonna set up shop. I'm not doing this shit anymore. Because when my house caught on fire back in Elizabeth, New Jersey, I left everything. I said, I'm not taking nothing. My friends told me, said, no, go get your stuff. I was like, I don't want it. They was like, no, get your stuff. I said, I don't want it. The thing about it is, if you ever lose anything from a fire and everything is gone, it's gone. You can't we can't re-savage. You know what I mean? And you can't just go back and just fix it. Unless it's like, well, unless just you could find a way to save some stuff, which I did. But did I want to save it? No. I still got the let out bed in the living room. I was like, I had took out an ad to let people move into my apartment, like a rental in the rental part, and I had to be careful of that. This one guy, I didn't give him, I didn't give him my address, but he ended up calling me on the phone. I was like, how'd you get my phone number? Because on the ad, I posted you didn't have my number. He was like, yeah. He said, well, a lot of times when I move in, I don't even pay rent. So now I'm thinking, how far did you go? Is you actually watching my YouTube channel? I don't know. It's the world we live in. I don't know. So, you have to be mindful that just because you're trying to survive, you may be picking up a lot of crazy people along the way and not know that's the reason why they turn around. Speaking of that, Elizabeth, okay. Exactly, Blue. And another thing, you remember a dude I was telling you about? Now, dude that wanted to be with me, that wanted to have unsafe sex with me, I haven't heard from him. And see, this is shit I'm talking about. Now, just imagine I would have had sex with this man unprotected. This motherfucker would be gone. He'd be like, well, I'm clean. I will never in my life trust somebody who tell me they're clean. Even if they walk with the paperwork and everything, I don't trust you. And that's the reason why I know I can never be with nobody in a relationship, because all I would ask, if you cheat, just use protection. And I ain't going to. It feels better without protection. I'm sorry. You keep bringing it up. I don't want to hear this fucking shit no more. Oh, but you offended because I asked you to use protection, because you shouldn't be cheating on me anyway. But we know you're going to do what you want to do. But at least give me that. But you're not going to do that. There are a lot of men who stepped out, and women who stepped out on their partner. And all I would say is just use protection. Cheat on them all you want, but at least protect their bodies, because they're not aware of what you're doing. They thinking they're in love, and child, you fucking. You out here fucking. So, it's sad, but it's real. It's very, and that's the thing about it. I want to be in a relationship with somebody. I want to be in love with somebody. I want to grow with somebody. I don't want to do shit down. No. I just want to liquor stores open. And what time they open the next day, I'm over it. I told myself, once I get a job, and I will, I'm over it. I have this guy that want to take me out tonight. I'm scared about that. I'm scared about that only because I guess I watch too much stuff online. He take me somewhere, we'll say New York, and then I'm in a car with him. He decides to start acting crazy. He'll pull over to the side and then tell me, suck my dick. Before we go any further, I need you to suck my dick. Now, I'm going to get offended. I'm going to be upset. But he feel like I got the upper hand. Because if you don't suck my dick, you get out of my car. So, what do I do? Say, suck your dick. Or get out your car. Because if I start acting like a fool, which I probably would, I'm going to go to jail. But then again, they would have to catch me, but then again, he would bring it to my house. This is about I don't trust them. I don't trust men. I watch people tell stories all the time. I listen. When you speak, I listen. I watch many women and many men tell how they left everything behind to be with somebody, and they changed their mind. This one girl was telling online, she was saying that she moved with her friend that was her best friend and stuff, and then he said, don't open up the windows, keep it dark, because we right across from the rental place, so I'm sneaking you in. And then he says, keep the kids inside because I want the rental place to see I have kids inside my house. Then he says, I want to have sex with you 4 times a day. She says she's never had sex with him. Why would that be put on the want list too? He ain't chosen one. So why would they be? So he decided that he had her when he want her. The rules changed. He wanted to have sex with her 4 times a day, and then keep all the lights on. Don't use much water. A lot of things changed because he had her where he wanted her, and that's what abuse comes in. So she's already hurting because she's going through enough, but now you're hurting even more. I've learned that. That's how it was when my ex was together. When my mother threw me out on the streets, and I went to my aunt's house, I ran into him. He was at a party, and we started talking and stuff. But I met him before because once upon a time, River used to be a model. I went to a modeling agency and stuff like that. Anyway, so I remember him. He was like, I ran into him again. It was for modeling. It was for a modeling. What's that called? One Ghosties. So So I saw him. I started talking. I said, "How you doing?" Ran into each other. Started talking. He said, "I said I'm trying to find a place to live. I don't know where to live." He said, "Well, I'm trying to move too." So we decided to move together. He had a wife, which I didn't know, and he packed all his stuff. He was moving out the house. First time I should know he was a cheater, because his wife and his kids still there, but he was packing his bags. He was leaving. So him and I wasn't getting along, and he decided that he needed to discipline me so I could be more respectful as far as submitting. He needed me to submit to him. And so he would do things like push me down the stairs, hit me in the face, punch me, grab my hair, scratch my face up. And he found out that Raven hits back. So it was a knockout drag fight. And he blamed me for leaving his wife. And I was like, how was it my fault when you was in the club when I met you? You was already in the club. He said, well, I left my wife to be with you. This is some bullshit. I can't believe you did this to me. And then he started sharing stories that he was fucking his wife's cousin, which is a guy. So he was fucking his wife's cousin, and he started sharing it. I was about, how do you marry a woman? Look, it's Janet Jackson. How do you marry this woman and you go sleep with the family member of her cousin? I think it's a cousin, I'm not sure. And you sleep with him. And y'all be sleeping over fucking in the house. How do you fuck somebody in the house and your wife is in? But it happened before. It happened to me before. So, I mean, people gonna do what they want to do. Let's be realistic. People gonna do what they want to do anyway. Yeah. People gonna do what they want to do. So you can't stop people from doing anything. But him and I used to fight. And the reason why he would fight me, because he knew I didn't have nowhere to go. That's why I'm going back to the store. He knew I didn't have nowhere to go. It was either be with him or go on the streets. So I had to be with him, and he would fight me. We would fight in the car, we would fight on the highway, we just fighting. He wanted to discipline me anywhere he could get me to the point where he could attack me, he would do it. He attacked me on the PATH train. He attacked me on the highway. We was on the highways fighting. We was going through the Holland Tunnel. I he hit me. I grabbed him by his head. I was hitting him in the face. He's driving, and we're in the Holland tunnel, swinging back and forth. And he wanted me to submit to him, and I wasn't gonna allow that. Hey, Lamont, he wasn't. I wasn't gonna be beaten. I've been through too much shit to let some man beat on me, and we fought. But so I left him. Actually, I ended up, okay. What happened? We got toward the place. We ended up moving out, and then, like a fool, he ended up being homeless. I had got an apartment, and I let him move in. Being a dumbass, because I know what it's like to be homeless, so I let him move in. This is years later. It's way later. So I let him move in. After seeing him again in his struggle, I let him move in, and then it happened all over again. He wanted to beat me to get what he wanted. And what is big as tight? And I was like, no. But I take the blame for that because I cared so much, I looked past it. So anyway, long story short, he's dead now. He did it to somebody else, and he wanted to them to submit. He would get a belt. This motherfucker was crazy. He took a belt out and gave this man a beating. He said, since you're not going to listen to me, he took his belt off and gave him a beating. And the guy kept going, child, what kind of shit? The guy going like this, trying not to be hit. Like, oh. I was like, what kind of school you went to? He was black. I said, child, I think they both did now. I think they both did. But I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not in that world. But, you know. Where's Miss S. Child? Where's Evelina? Where's Miss Moore? Where's Yumi? Hey, Deshawn? You know, so. Hi, Mike. And it's so sad, though. But. And you know the funny thing? Wait a minute. And you know the funny thing about it? I notice that I have a lot of abusive men in my life. They're not really in my life, but they've been in my life. And sometimes you do a check to see how you really move, what you attract. But I've noticed that I attracted abusive people. And I'm going to tell you what happens, and you may have done this too. If you was abused as a child growing up, that's considered love to you. You ever hear that story? Well, she must like it because he beat her on all the time. She must like it. It's not like she likes it. It's what she's used to. She found a way to exist and not make it so bad. That's definitely me. But the only difference with me is when you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. I find that woman to attract the same type of person. It's the truth, Chosen. It's the truth. But you know the thing is, a lot of times, when you deal with somebody that's kind of toxic, in your mind, you feel as though you could change them. And also, a lot of people, I'm going to say black people, have been abused. They've been abused so much that it's not so bad. But sometimes a black person don't allow that shit. But many of them do. Many women do, a lot of men do. A lot of women do accept abuse because their mother was a abuser. This is one thing about a woman. A woman can have a daughter and she will give her hell. A mother can have a son, she'll let him get away with murder. But the daughter has to get the fuck out. She's a bitch, stinking ass. Every kind of bad thing you could say will be to her. But for the boy, she prays. It's not every boy, not every girl, but she'll let him get away with murder. But the girl has to get out and get a job. But the son can just watch TV, plays little games and stuff. He gets celebrated when a girl gets tolerated. And then on top of that, the girl has been abused so much that when she do find a man, the abuse is not so bad because she's used to it. Because a lot of times girls are like, well, if he hit you once, why don't you leave? She's a used to the abuse, so it's not so bad. And it's bad, but into her mind, she learned how to make it work. It's like going at a job that you can't stand, but you may learn how to make it work. Even though you hate it there, but you found a way to make it work. It's crazy, bro. It's like a family. It's the truth, though. It's the truth. But when my friend told me, he said, when he tried to get me to leave my friend, he said, you better leave him. He said, because y'all gonna kill each other. Matter of fact, my mother said the same thing. He said, y'all gonna kill each other. I said, it's not that bad. He said, oh, it's that bad. He said, when your face is scratched up like that, it's bad. He was a real masculine man, but he would never punch me, just. And when I went to work, they was like, what, you had to fight with a cat? I wouldn't even let them know that it was a dude. I wouldn't even let them know. I didn't tell them that was a guy. But, and this man was so obsessed with me. And when I say obsessed, he could find me anyway. Anybody ever seen Sleeping with the Enemy? That movie is so true. This man didn't allow me to have friends. He didn't allow me to have phone calls. Anybody call my house, it was a girl, she's a whore. If it's a man, he just went in. Only person could call me was my mother. I wasn't allowed to make anybody call, especially if they called me and I wasn't there, you better believe he hung up. And when they called me to see how I was doing, he'd sit by the phone, you know, like somebody being disciplined. He'd just sit there and look. And you hear that you're having a phone conversation, but he's standing there listening. So you're thinking, okay. So in the meantime, he's waiting for you to say something that offends him so he can start the fight. And that's a long ways to go. Whenever I got off the phone, I was fighting. I was fighting the next minute. House was tore up, had the beautiful lamps. Beautiful house with statues and artifacts and Egypt and Indian and elephants. The house was beautiful. We tore it all up. We tore the whole house apart. I would take a lift up the door, shit into him. I tried to kill him. But the funny thing was, he was the best person for me, but the worst person for me. He was the worst. But, and when he got sick, we got sick, this when I was with my ex for 10 years, and he came to my ex, he was like, I need a place to live, you know, because times are hard. I said, okay, I would never put anybody on the street. So I asked my ex, I said, he wants to stay with us, is it okay? He said, sure. That's the one that looked like Tony Terry. Now, if you ever saw that, if you ever saw that, if you anybody watch that song, this song, I don't want to be alive. I don't want to die today. I don't want to. I gotta go. I've been taking. I've been running my thumb in my time, in my life. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I know she's here. I just say, you know what I'm talking about. It's 1-800 something. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to be alive. I just want to die today. Anyway, it's a little black boy. Anyway. So, he looks like him. He like the black guy. But the thing is, it's so weird because, I don't know. I've been through so much shit in my life. It's amazing. I'm still here. Well, anyway, him and I, we got into it again. That's another time. Then when I think about it, I didn't know we had this many encounters. But the last final time was I got rent. I didn't know you could rent a house. So I rented a house. Me and my ex was living here. It was across the street from the cemetery, which is weird. And then he wanted to live with me. I said, I had to ask my ex, can he live with me? Ex said, I had to ask the one for 10 years. I'm making confused. The one from 10 years, I asked him, can he move in with me, with us? He said, sure. So, the reason why I asked him, could he move in, is because dude had full-blown AIDS. I was shocked. I expressed to him before when he met this dude, I said, yo, listen, we may not be on the best of terms. We may not be on the best of terms, but I don't want you to die. And I told him, because people, rumors start, and I told him, I said, well, someone told me that the guy you're seeing has full-blown AIDS. He lost his mind. You stupid bitch. Why the fuck you listening, motherfucker? You ain't got no fucking AIDS. He said, that's why I can't stand you, your fucking friend. I said, okay. I said, but they told me he had it. And at that time, it was totally different back then. They didn't have a cure or something to treat it back then. Like they have medicine, they make sure you can live longer now, but they didn't have it back then. So when I told him, he basically cut my head off and basically called me every name in the book, which I was used to. And then years later, being homeless. And we started talking. I asked him, I said, well, how did you catch it? He said, well, it was from something. Then also he said he was on crack. This man was a college grad. This man worked for IT department. This man was smart. He was so smart, you have no idea. He only worked 3 days a week. In 3 days, he made my whole paycheck for 1 week. That's how smart this man was, a genius. But for sex, he gave it all up. So he was fucking guys without protection. And we learned that. And when we learned 13 years old, use protection. But, people gonna do what they want. People gonna do what they want to do. Exactly. 100%. And me, myself, I didn't even know nothing about it. I didn't know nothing about it. The drugs that I have now is totally different. But I don't indulge. I'm fucked up already, which I already know. But, so, let me try to finish this story. So, he moved in with my ex and stuff. So, he was sick. The whole sick. At that time, his mother didn't want him living with her. She want any type of use of dishes and glasses. They threw it away. They didn't want nothing to do with it because they were scared to catch it. So I came to the rescue. I was like, you can live with me. So I know you can't catch AIDS by drinking behind somebody. But at one point, people were scared. And I went to try to save his butt, but he, I asked him, I said, well, how did you get it? But then again, I was considered the enemy, so he's not going to tell me the truth. You know? Because the problem was, he still wanted to be with me. He still wanted me. Even if I got a whole boyfriend, but he wanted to be with me. His method to the matter was, he didn't want to leave this earth without me. He wanted me to die with him. So he figured that once he got into my house, we could have unsafe sex. And then I would have the virus and I would die too. That was his plan. But that was going to be my story. So we went back and forth with that and stuff. Ended up throwing him out. And then he died. I found out when I was working in New York City at the bar. And I was like, oh God. But, and that's the thing. Him and I could have made it, but he was obsessive. He didn't want me to have a life. Now remind you, his friends would laugh at me and make fun of me because he was fucking his friends. So he was fucking his friends, but he would keep me close to home. You ever heard that saying, the reason why you say I'm doing it is because that's what you're doing it? You're the one doing it, ain't me. That's what it was. So then when he died, I went to see his friends. I talked to his friends. I was like, his close friend, I talked to him. And he was fucking him too. So he got it too. It's not funny. It's not funny. That's why I'm where I am. So he was fucking them too. I'm like, well, shit. So they all got the AIDS virus. They're all sick. Half are probably all dead now. But I was like, and remind you, you jump on me and beat on me because you think I'm cheating on you. And you fucking everybody. But it's so sad. That's why I don't want to get married. That's why dude not over here. He's pissed off. He wants to have unsafe sex. No. I'm not doing it. I can forget I give up that life of a man. I'm not gonna do it. I'd rather date a trans man. So this is why I know he stick the rubber shit in me. I'm good. Because I make sure it's thorough and washed and bleached and then do. So I'm going to bleach it and clean it. I'll date a trans man. I'll be goddamn, because your dick's be loaded. You got a whole bunch of shit and there ain't no goddamn love. Your dick's loaded. And the thing is, if I did get a disease, I would hope that the person who gave it to me would stay with me. And you know he ain't going to do it, child. And the reason why I say this is because I met this guy off of Grindr, and he's had a girlfriend. And I always used to ask guys this question: are you HIV positive or negative? They would say I'm positive. I said, well, don't you got a girlfriend? Yeah, well she fine with it. But you're on Grindr looking for somebody to fuck. So while she's sitting up here thinking she got a good man and she's letting you know that the disease doesn't matter, I still love you through it, you out here trying to fuck somebody else. This is shit I'm talking about. What this bitch is saying. But you out here trying to fuck somebody else. I'm like, I give up. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm like, you know what? People don't care. And that's the fucked up part. It's so sad though. But people will kill you. They don't care. They say they care, but they don't. Just like dude that tried to come over here, have unsafe sex, and that's why he didn't call me back. He's like, I feel like you trying to make me feel like I got a disease. I didn't say you had a disease. All I'm saying is I'm not fucking you without protection. It's nothing wrong with me. Yes, the fuck it is. I'm not having sex with you, sir, without protection. And here it is, I haven't seen him or heard him yet. He's gone. Now, if he was true for what he was saying, he'd have came over, contacted me. I'm over here, I'm coming to see you. But he's gone. That's exactly the reason why I fuck. This is the reason why, exactly why I fuck. I don't fuck. This is the reason exactly why I don't fuck. I also don't fuck. Guess what I don't do? I don't shave no more. I don't shave my body hair. I let this shit grow. I'm from Harry and the Hendersons. I don't give a shit. I ain't cutting shit. I ain't shaving shit. I ain't doing shit. I'm not beautifying me. The hair gonna be all over my body, all of my, my private parts. I don't give a shit. Once upon a time, I wanted to look beautiful. Child, that dream is over with. I'm over it. You can't shit on nobody much as I've been shit. People have taken the nice and drained it right out my body. And I don't get it. But it's not up for me to get, but it's sad though. So when I see people getting married, I'm like, you's an old one. 2025, you're gonna be fucking somebody wrong. When a woman is having a baby, only thing I can think of is who else he fucking, why she trying to push it out. So before she pushed that baby out her pussy, who else he fucking? Is he fucking Jane? Is he fucking Cindy, Greg, Bobby, Mr. Brady? Who else is he fucking? Because I know you don't think he's just fucking you. You're being a fool. I'm not saying all men cheat or all women cheat. But shit. You may want to be in love, but use protection. In my opinion, you don't have to listen to me. Listen. God's always telling me, it feels better without protection. I said, okay, keep that same energy when you get sick. Diseases are easy to catch, but it's hard as hell to get rid of. And sometimes to get rid of you instead of disease. It's... I don't know how the hell I got on the subject of diseases. But it's crazy. Anyway. But this is why I'm saying, make sure you use protection. Because dude ain't even over here. He gave me this whole speech how he wanted to be with me. He wanted to build with me. And here it is. He ain't called me. He ain't nothing. But he wanted to have unsafe sex with me. Now just imagine if I would have did that. And that gave me disease and then he's gone. He's ghost. So listen to me if you want to. Or if you don't, that's fine. But don't say I ain't tell you. My skin is itching. Anyway. I don't know. I just... It's just so much in this world. It's crazy. I get asked that a lot. Guys be like, This is the question I always ask men. And when I ask them, they get really quiet. I ask them, how tall are you? When I tell you Silence of the Lamb, they don't say shit. How tall are you? But I notice there are a lot of short men in the world. And I really don't care because I dated men shorter than them. It depends on the energy. If your energy is good, because you could be tall as hell and be a piece of shit. But it depends on the energy. So if your energy is good, I'll date you, I don't give a fuck. But you can't be a mean midget. I said midget. I mean little person. Well, not little person. I mean short king. That's what the birds y'all call. You can't be mean. A lot of short kings are very much mean. And they also the ones start the most trouble. Short kings start trouble. You know, so I don't know. But anyway. Okay. What time is it about to get off this one? While you on prep, they have a deal. Prep for what? I ain't fucking. I'm not on shit. Ain't nobody fucking me. That's the thing. I don't need prep. I don't need shit. I ain't fucking. You ain't fucking me. I ain't sucking nobody's dick. I ain't doing shit. Y'all could be on prep. Pepto-Bismol. Y'all be in all kinds of shit. We ain't gonna be in shit. I'ma die in this motherfucker. I may die with a broken heart, but it won't be for no goddamn disease. I may die from a broken heart, but I be goddamn it's gonna be from a fucking disease. Especially some sorry ass coward bitch that's supposed to be. We protect and we provide. You motherfuckers don't protect nothing but a secret, and you provide a way to get the fuck out the house before they can catch you. That's only y'all perfect. And then on top of that, you have a leaky dick. Just drip, 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 drip. I was like, your penis keep throwing up in my room. Why is it dripping like that? Oh, you make me know, bitch. No. If you was a plumber, you need to be Mr. Plumber, cause your dick is dripping. And this happens a lot with men. The dick's drip. you can't have a drippy dick with me. I'm like, oh. I'm one of them hypochondriac people. I'm paranoid and cause I know you fucking. And so, especially since you making people. You making people. In the real world, I would love to be with a man. I would love to not use protection. I would love to just have love, make love, and watch Sarah movie, Beauty Marks. I watch it all the time. Thank you, Sierra and Russell Wilson. I watch Beauty Marks, and she's like, I just watch it. I'm so corny because I love love. I love looking at it. I love making myself in it. I love looking at people in love, holding each other, smiling and laughing. I like to look at it. I don't want to be in it. I like to watch. And I went online today, and this lady had her legs up to her chest or her boobies. And she was trying to push out a baby. The man was standing by her, holding her hand. And, and I'm sitting there thinking, just imagine if I could have children, how many of these babies I would have pushed out. God, he knew what he was doing when he made me. I probably would have had a lot of kids, and I probably wasn't fat, nasty, evil bitch. And the man used to call me baby, and be saying to me, oh, I guess my name would be bitch all the time. Plus your body gets stressed and stuff. So my name definitely would be Baby no more. It would be Bitch. Can't stand this bitch. Think of that bitch there. I don't know. I don't know. But I just don't understand it. But anyway, how long I've been on here? I've been there for an hour. I don't want to bore y'all to death. Yep, I've been there for an hour. So, you know what's funny? You know I made this wig tight, right? So I got an elastic thing in my hair and I made it tight so it don't come off. And when I tell you this bitch is tight, this bitch like, I'm like, and I'm supposed to be like, incognito. You're not supposed to show, that the wig is tight. I'll be like, fuck this. Be like, bitch. I'll be pulling it. And some girls want to be cute, fuck all that. I mean, it's not like y'all don't know it's a wig anyway, so. But I don't wear foundation. I started thinking about it. But you know what I use? Noxema. Everything is going up. So I talked to this guy who tells me they want to get on his team. I said, what team is that? Don't you want to get on my team, Raven? What team is that? He said, you need money, don't you? What team is that? So am I going to be escorting? He says, you have to be mindful of the words you use. I said, okay. So am I going to be a whore? Am I going to be Miss Paper Ride? Well, he comes to me like a type that he wants to beat his, he probably have to beat me. He probably got to beat me to change my way of thinking. And then I'm going to end up going to jail for manslaughter. Anyway. Hey, Evelina, where you been? I was about to leave. You need to leave. I was like, where you at? Thank you, Mama, Miss Evelina. I'm trying. I'm still getting my butt kicked. I'm holding on to faith though, but I'm exhausted. I'm still holding on. I have all this goodness inside. My heart is still full. And I still feel as though something good is going to happen. I do feel that way. Now, maybe a little touch in the brain. But I feel like something good is going to come out of it. Something big and good. I just feel, I could be wrong, but I feel something good is going to happen. I do. I'm not trying to blow smoke on your butt, but I feel like something good going to happen. And if it don't, the S-child will come in because, the matrix is fake. What is that? You know what's funny? Oh. of the Matrix is a marvel. Y'all kill me with these words that I don't really know what y'all be talking about. I have a young guy trying to teach me all these new words. He told me this other new. I was like, okay. Y'all keep replacing words for stuff which don't make no sense to me. Because usually when somebody says that somebody is, what's the word that we use? It's a word they use to make fun of somebody. When they say, oh, goofy. A goofy. You a goofy. Like, what kind of insult is that? Goofy was from the goddamn Walt Disney World, the cartoons. When the fuck is that an insult? Okay. So you a goofy? Or goofy? Child. But it's fine. Anyway. It means this world is fake. Evelina, you know it. It's real fucking fake. But you know what I want to do before I die? I want to have a drink. Say my name, say my name. No one is around you. Say that I love you. You run again. Say my name, say my name. So I was going through my archives in my house, and I found a pair of pants, which they're like stress pants. Let me see. And y'all see this? And they're supposed to make you look slimmer. They're supposed to, you know. They're supposed to all this stuff, but anyway. I'm getting off here. I'm gonna lay down because it's too hot. You know how my fan blowing. But hopefully I'm gonna have good news soon. If it's not discrimination, I want to share something with y'all. But I do believe it's gonna happen. I do believe it's gonna happen. You know. How's everything going with you, Evelina? Anyway, I'm about to go at one. Y'all have a blessed evening. Watch your back. It's Friday, which means that the priests come out at night. So make sure you're mindful of this shit that's going on. Okay. Love you all. Talk to you later. Subscribe to my channel. Hit the thumbs up. If you ain't gonna give me no cash app. You ain't gonna hit my cash app. Just give me the thumbs up. And listen, bitch, I'm broke. Hey, is that Nate? Oh, that's Miss Daisy. Let me see. Take care. Miss. Thank you, Miss Daisy. I ain't talked to you all day. All right, Mama. I'll talk to y'all, I guess, tomorrow. Maybe not. Have a blessed day. Protect your spirit. Hopefully everything comes your way. That's greatness and good.